Well, I thought this issue had went away, but looks like we still got it. Yeah, this sucker's trying to die. I'm sure y'all can hear that. Well, that truck is struggling to idle, and it even does it while I'm driving as well. When you're going to a red light, it'll just jump and skip and all sorts of stuff. And so it could be a few different things. Most common problems on these trucks can be the idle air control valve. It can be the fuel pumps. It can be the fuel pressure regulator. It can be mass airflow sensor. It could be a plethora of things. But I've already kind of diagnosed it. I was hoping it wasn't going to be the fuel pumps, because the previous owner went ahead and put on 2 brand new ones before he sold the truck. And of course, being a 90s pickup truck, like the Fords and Chevys, maybe Dodges as well, they have a bunch of problems with the aftermarket fuel pumps. And on this particular truck, they have check valves built into the fuel pumps, which prevent the transfer of fuel going to the front tank to the back tank and vice versa. So the problem with the fuel pumps, either they're just weak out of the box, they fail out of the box, or the check valves either aren't even installed or they just fail immediately. And I've actually have both those problems. The check valves have immediately failed, so whenever I'm driving, the truck sends gas from the front tank to the back, which, you know, isn't ideal, but it's not going to cause the truck to run bad. Unfortunately, these pumps are both putting out very low fuel pressure. I took a clip of my vacuum gauge onto the fuel rail, and I'll throw that in there if it's good enough video, but the key on, engine off PSI at the fuel rail is like 6 PSI on the front and 9 on the rear. And factory spec is supposed to be from like 30 to 40 PSI. So we are definitely far off from that. And then even with the engine running, both tanks are only putting out about 27 PSI. So we're definitely not in spec, and this thing just is struggling to run. So we're gonna need to figure out a plan for this thing. Really, the hardest thing is gonna be finding the right pump. Now, if I wanna keep this truck for a long time, the best way to go is gonna be Motorcraft, but those are gonna be $900 for 2. And that is not something we wanna do. But we also don't wanna spend either 70 bucks on one pump and then they just fail immediately. So we're trying to find a middle of the road kind of fuel pump so we don't have this problem anymore, because it's just not gonna be a fun issue, because I'm gonna have to take the bed off. I'm not gonna drop those tanks. If it was a Chevy and it only had 1 tank, then maybe, but since it's got 2 tanks, I'm just gonna take the bed off, and I might address some of that frame rust, but I just haven't decided yet. But if you guys have any experience with these fuel pumps, let me know in the comments. I know I don't have that many viewers, but it seems like some of you guys have experience with these trucks. So I would appreciate if you guys got any knowledge on that. But kind of a boring video, but we honestly don't have much work to do on it right now. We're just trying to figure out what pumps to go with so we know what to order. And I guess in the next video, it's either going to be some simple sort of mod or whatnot. I might even make a video on the Duramax, because we just picked that up from the shop with a problem that was not fixed. And if you guys want me to go into that, if you guys leave a comment, maybe I'll make a video on this thing. I know this has been on the channel in my old videos that I never kept consistent with, but I've had this truck since 2017. But I can update you guys on that truck as well if people would be interested in that. But for now, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. If you guys have any knowledge on these fuel pumps, just let me know, and I'll try to get some more videos of this thing running and show you guys what it's doing. What seems to help the truck, obviously, because it's making such low PSI, is cycling the key and letting that fuel pump run. So I'll do that real quick. All right, fuel pump ran. There's another. And that's 3 cycles. Starts right up. Idle's normal, but watch this. As soon as I hit the gas, well, it didn't want to do it. There it goes. You hear that miss, and then it just goes in and idles rough. It has a complete change of tone. That ain't really doing it right now, but if I go on the road, it'll jump and miss and everything. Sometimes it just does it in reverse. Cheers and drive. It's very odd, but whenever it has some sort of load on it is usually when it starts doing it. And obviously that can get very annoying driving. So, but I still like driving the truck, even though it has that problem. But I don't want to get stranded eventually and not have a way to get back home. So we kind of limit our driving on it, but it's still a good Sunday cruiser. But yeah, guys, well, I appreciate you watching, and I would appreciate any input on fuel pump recommendations. So, but we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.